Good morning, yarn tubers. Welcome back to Dana's Wanderlust Crochet with Dana and Dooley. Okay. This is the foot of my bed that has right now I've got my crochet projects I keep in those clear plastic like underbed storage bags that zip. Yeah. And they're kind of being used as a pillow right now. Let's see if you can see this. Yeah. Hi. Hi. Are you going to say hi? Yeah. So, there's the boss. He hasn't gotten out of bed yet because I haven't made his breakfast yet. So, but I woke up, excuse me, just a few minutes ago, obviously, and immediately Wiggly Crochet was on my mind. I don't know why, but I love Wiggly Crochet, and I'm going to leave a link in the description box to a Wiggly Crochet video that I watched several years ago, and a couple of us, well, what happened was at one of my local, get-togethers that I used to kind of host at the church building, actually it was like a day before that, and it was getting close to Thanksgiving, and I saw this hot pad, trivet. You set your hot stuff on it. That's a hot pad or a trivet. And it was crocheted, but it was done in the coolest way that I had never seen before. And I'm like, my 80-year-old roommate, I'm like, Pat, where'd you get that? And she said, well, Linda made it. Linda's the preacher's wife at church. So I'm like, okay, her and I have to talk. So then I went to my, next little crochet knitting get-together. I'm like, I want to know about that. And she kind of tried, I don't know if she called it Wiggly Crochet. She must have, because then I gotta get coffee and dog food. Because then I started, searching Wiggly Crochet. Coolest trivets ever. I even found a video tutorial for one that's done in round instead of square. That was unfortunate, the way I picked my colors, because to me it looked like a big red and white poop. I'm like, I gave that one to a local, like, little fundraiser auction. I'm like, here, take that. Ugh. But the other one, so cool. And then Linda brought a couple others she had made. Very, very cool thing. So Wiggly Crochet is on my mind. And I'm going to, put a link to that video in the description box. And I want you guys to look at it. And because I don't think I can improve upon her video. But I would love to see kind of a Wiggly Crochet craze start. Those are the coolest hot pads. Not pot holders, because, you could get your finger, but to set hot stuff on. Now, we got Thanksgiving coming, and these don't take long to make at all. And they're just fun. It's, you crochet like a grid. So let's say you did like a 9x9 grid, where you've got chains across and double crochets up. And each of the squares, you crochet a double crochet or half double crochet, depending on the pattern, around the chain spaces, or around kind of like a front to, a front post double crochet. You just have to look at the video and see what I'm talking about. I think they're just, it's a fun new thing to do with our crochet. And you do them in cotton so that, your stuff doesn't melt. But actually, I know people, well, I think Linda did some of hers in acrylic. And unless you're, you know, what you're sitting on is like that hot, whatever that melting point is. You know, I know people who have had pretty good luck with acrylic hot pads. It's just, you know, something that's, you know, just, I don't know, sizzling. I mean, you spit on it or put a drop of water on it and it just crackles and is gone. You know, that kind of heat, I think, no, cotton. And I would make mine out of cotton, definitely, because I wouldn't want to, I wouldn't take the chance. But there are people who have done these in acrylic and they've had good luck for years. They're just careful. And so, yeah, I would really like to see some Wiggly Crochet hot pads, you know, trivets going on out there. Here's your breakfast. Breakfast in bed, sweetie pie. Little Mr. Princess gets his breakfast in bed. There you go. Okay, so his breakfast is done. I need coffee. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk about is I'm officially, okay, so today I'm in the Spokane Valley, and I've been talking to one of our favorite crochet YouTubers who lives in this area, but, you know, the timing isn't right. And I always say, you know, a lot of times I'm headed to an area, and it's like there's a half a day's notice, you know, and that's hard. And when people say, geez, you know, I just can't make it, that's fine, you know, because basically what has to happen is they have to come to me. I am not allowed to unhook and go bobtail this thing around. Although, don't tell Jeremy, but I bobtailed about a quarter mile to the other side of this huge parking lot last night to IHOP so I could get me an omelet. I could have gone through a drive-through. That's just unheard of. You know, we're not allowed to do that. These are company equipment. You know, we're not allowed to just go bobtailing around town. But this was it was all in this parking lot. And I had to wait with this, you know, I got here early. Not early for the appointment time, but early for the customer. They weren't ready for me. So I unhooked, drove across to IHOP. But anyway, you know, she couldn't, you know, the timing wasn't right. And that's the thing, you know, and I told her this, you know, I as much as I'd love to just give you a hug and say hello, and, you know, it's God's timing. And sometimes, like, I have one of my very best childhood friends in Reno, and her family. And sometimes, man, the timing just isn't right. It doesn't work out. And she understands that. You know, it's all God's timing. So, you know, if I end up in Kansas City, you know, maybe this very next time I end up in Kansas City, it doesn't work out. But maybe, you know, the second or third time I end up in Kansas City, it does work out. And I get to meet Sandy, you know. Texas. There are a lot of you in Texas, and oh boy, I can't wait to get back to Texas. I run up and down I-5 in Washington, and Pamela's Creation. You know, the timing just hasn't been right yet, because every time I've flown by that exit, I'm flying. You know, I can't stop. Because, you know, the appointment times were tight. You know, North Carolina, we'll see about, you know, the next time I'm in North Carolina. Maybe I'll be somewhere close to Faith, North Carolina, and I could see Dee. And, you know, I have a high school friend that lives over, I believe she's in South Carolina. You know, we've got Florida, we've got Ohio. I mean, we're all over the place. And yes, I am up for, you know, a meetup. Sometimes the timing works out, and, you know, that's where I'm going to stop for the night. And sometimes that's where I'm going to stop for a 30-minute, you know, lunch that includes taking Dooley for a walk, or him taking me for a walk. sometimes I can pull in long enough to meet someone, give them a hug, say hi and bye, and hammer down. You know, sometimes I don't have time. Sometimes I'm going to be, you know, pressed to just keep every second I got to be rolling. I hate those days. But that's what happens. So, you know, meetups, I love meetups. I do. I love them. But the timing isn't always right. And it will happen when the timing is right. I gotta get some coffee pods out here. Gotta make me some coffee. Okay, I can't remember. I've been talking too much. No, I didn't put water in there. Okay. Somebody pay attention to what I'm doing. I'm not awake yet. Now, I don't know where I'm headed from here. Yeah, I mean, today's like the last day for, you know, today and tomorrow, the last day I'm really on this loop. But I told Jeremy yesterday, I'm like, dude. Well, I told him the day before, I can't do this anymore. But yesterday, I'm like, please get me off this loop. And he's like, you want to go back to Western 11? I said, put me on the 48, man. I want to drive truck again. He's like, what about your mom? His mom's going on vacation. She's a very capable, I mean, I love being around her. I do, you know. But she's going on vacation. I mean, let's just get me out of here. Oh, yeah. Time for Dooley and Mama to go trucking, huh? Yeah. Time to go trucking. Did I give you your goodie? Did I? I did, but I don't remember. I'm not awake yet. And he's like, no, Mama, I haven't seen any duck jerky yet this morning. He lies. Oh, why didn't I put my water in the closet? That's not where it goes. So anyway, Wiggly Crochet, meetups, dog food, and coffee. That's barely me this morning. I'm not awake. You know, it's like I got up 15 minutes ago at 6:30, and it is daylight out. You know, I've been in places recently where at 7:30 it wasn't daylight out. So it just depends on where you're at in the country. I like my Darth Tater shirt. Yeah, Dark Spud. Obviously, I got that in Idaho. So anyway, yeah, Wiggly Crochet. You know, I even bought myself some graph paper when I first learned, you know, how to do this, so that I could map out. I mean, basically, you map out your grid and you use like different colored pens to, you know, kind of wiggle, you know, scratch out those parts of the grid depending on the color you want to use. And man, I really enjoyed that. It's fun to do something different, and this is definitely a holiday thing. Not everybody celebrates, you know, the holidays the same way, but you know, it's practical and fun. So anyway, tell me, you know, once you look at that video, tell me what you think of that. You can tell me here in the comments. You can email me. You can get a hold of me in my MeWe group. I love MeWe. It's just so, I don't know, sometimes I forget to go in there, but I haven't hardly posted on Facebook like I was before, because once I figured out, you know, the difference between, there's like an ongoing like instant messenger part of the chat, a part of the group that's just like a group chat, it's like a chat room, and then there's like posting on the main page, you know, stuff on the main page. And recently I've posted like some giveaways, giveaway videos that I found. I have posted those links in there. We talk about crochet, we talk about Dooley and our pets a lot. So anyway, talk to me people, talk to me about Wiggly Crochet. And, you know, let's get that conversation going. I want to see if anybody does those. So I love you guys. Bye.